Welcome to the world of Chinese martial arts, hosted by Robert Harrell, a show that covers the oldest and most fascinating martial art in the world, Kungfu. Also known as Wu-Shu, originated in China. This is said to be the birthplace for all Asian martial arts, spreading to places like Japan, Korea, and Southeast Asia. Kung Fu has many different styles and divisions. The three primary divisions are forms, sparring, and weapons.
Hello and welcome to the world of Chinese martial arts. I'm your host, Robert Harrell. On today's program, we're going to cover a division of sparring called Chinese San-Shou, which means full contact, free fighting.
San-Shou, the most popular contact sport in China. Equivalent to boxing in the US, but San-Shou is much more diverse, combining kicking, boxing, throwing, pushing, leg kicks, and sweeping. Making San-Shou the Iron Man sport of the next century.
Okay, now I'm going to introduce you to an expert in Chinese martial arts, Jason Ming-Yi.
Jason Ming-Yi began his training in Kung Fu at the age of 6 and grew to become the most accomplished Kung Fu competitor in the United States. Jason has won over 15 gold medals in U.S. championships and has a world championship bronze medal in San-Shou.
Is performing the compulsory 7 broadsword routine.
Jason is a 2-time U.S. team member and is the only competitor in the country to win championships in forms, weapons, and free fighting.
Wu-Shu 散手比赛源远流长，一直作为强身的重要手段和娱乐活动，深受人民的喜欢。有些君主不仅喜好不准上台比武，
而这一切，今天再无需。
Fighter trying to get in there, the crowd really, a staggering kick, almost knocked him out. California barely recovering from that. Took a devastating blow to the head. Referee checking. Following up. Massachusetts is not going to let up.
In 1993, Jason Ming-Yi was inducted into the prestigious Hall of Fame by Inside Kung Fu magazine.
Jason is also the coach of the Boston San-Shou Team. Jason, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. Jason, how does San-Shou differ from sports like Taekwondo?
Well, it differs from Taekwondo in the sense that it covers the various ranges. Taekwondo is just mainly long-range fighting. Their emphasis is long-range kicking. In San-Shou, we emphasize on the 3 different ranges: long range, close range, and medium range. Long range with the kicking, medium range with the punching, and close range with wrestling.
What about Thai boxing?
Thai boxing, the intensity is similar in Thai boxing, except there's more emphasis in San-Shou on the wrestling and the throwing and pushing. Thai boxers also, they usually fight one person for 6 rounds. In San-Shou, fighters will usually fight many fighters, depending on how many people enter the weight class. You fight each person for 2 out of 3 rounds.
Sounds intense. What about the training?
Okay, here you're seeing some focus mitt training, developing the various hand and foot skills, developing their speed, their ability to lift the legs up quickly, combine a series of kicking and punching combinations. Also really works the endurance in this training. Do this over a long period of time to train the limbs so they become easy to lift up, the legs become more flexible, and then instinctually you start to be able to throw the various kicks and punches and combinations without thinking. Reaction punch drill, punching off of the hook punches to gain the upper hand on inside fighting. Working slipping, there's various boxing training that you'll see in San-Shou. Of course, San-Shou covering the various ranges. You're going to see leg defense against leg kicks. Using the blocks, countering with a side kick. There's sweeping takedowns. A lot of repetitive drills in San-Shou training so the techniques can become sublimate, meaning you do them without thinking. Here they're practicing leg grappling, trapping the legs, something very unique to the sport of San-Shou. And then from a leg grapple to a throw. So able to take someone's kick and throw them by their leg. Very effective against Taekwondo stylists. Here's a wrestling takedown, tackling maneuver. Works well against boxers, shooting under the boxing. Some basic defense, hand defense. There's combination, a lot of rhythm training, going back and forth, developing your timing and your rhythm, setting up those combinations, also defending against a series of combinations. Here they are again with a hand and eye, speed coordination drills. A lot of endurance. Endurance is very important, just like in boxing. You can be the fastest kicker, the fastest puncher, but if you don't have the endurance, it's not going to matter in the ring. Here we go with the heavy bag training, working your power, getting your weight into the punches, and of course conditioning. Here we go, squat hops, working the legs, working the chest muscles, various conditioning drills, working the abs. Lower abs, So there's a lot of overall conditioning in San-Shou, including the stretching drills and drills just to perform the kicks. Here we go, the balancing drill. Just work the supporting legs, work the hips for kicking. There goes Rudi Ott, 1996 champion on the bag. And overall, you can see there's a lot of training involved in San-Shou.
So Jason, I understand that the Boston San-Shou Team has been very successful in the way that you have several national and regional champions on the team.
Yes, I'm going to introduce you to some of the team. The first member is a team captain. He's the 1995 champion. His name is Josh Bartholomew. Josh.
Hi, Josh, how are you doing?
Good, good. One thing that's interesting about Josh is not only is he a national champion, but he's also an environmental chemist.
Wow. How do you balance the two?
It was hard when I first started, but it's been getting more easier. I'm just lucky that I work for a company that allows me the time to train. But it definitely it hinders not so much my conditioning, but the amount of interaction that I get, so my fighting isn't as sharp.
Wow.
Next, I'm going to introduce you to a woman who is 1996 U.S. Open champion. It's Tara McDonald. Tara.
Hi, Tara, how are you?
I'm good.
Tara, how's it feel being in an extreme sport dominated by men?
It has its pros and cons. It's kind of discouraging that there isn't more women in the sport, but I think it might be an up-and-coming sport for women, and you get a good coach, and you get a good team, and they help you a lot, and it doesn't really matter about what your gender is.
That's great, thank you.
Yeah, that's the main problem with people, is they tend to think there's a gender problem with people doing an extreme sport like San-Shou, but if you train correctly, it doesn't matter whether you're male or woman, child, you can do well.
That's great, thank you.
The next member of the team I'm going to introduce you to is Marvin Perry. Marvin is the youngest member of the team. I'm very proud of Marvin. His first competition out, he won a bronze medal at the national championship in 1996. Marvin?
Marvin, how are you?
I'm okay.
And how's it feel to be the youngest member of the team?
Feels good. Got a lot of experience at such a young age.
That's great. You plan on doing this for a long time?
Yes, very long time.
National championship. Wow, that's a lot for your first time out.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
Yeah, Marvin's got a bright future ahead of him, starting so young in this extreme sport. I imagine he'll be a world championship by 25. The next female San-Shou fighter I'm going to introduce you to is Ellen Chow. Ellen is the oldest member of the team. She's also a very inspirational to other females in the program, in the sense that she has a small stature, but she packs a big punch and kick. Ellen?
Hi, Ellen, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So what has San-Shou done for your confidence?
I feel a lot better about myself. I feel stronger mentally and physically now, and feel I can take care of myself if I have to.
Yeah, one thing about the training, especially for women, is a lot of people do, aerobics to keep in shape, sort of meaningless movements. One thing about this training is you'll learn some self-defense, effective self-defense, but you're also getting good shape. The next fighter I'm going to introduce you to is Al Loriaux. Al is undefeated national and regional champion. Al?
Al, how you doing?
How you doing, Rob?
How's it feel to be undefeated?
Well, every tournament you go to, your opponent's always looking to stay one step ahead of you. So when you train, you always got to think your opponent's going to be one step ahead of you every tournament. They're trying to take you off the podium.
Yeah, as any contact sport, when you're a champion, the pressure increases on you because people want to come and take you out.
Well, the kind of training I've seen here today, I don't see you guys losing anytime soon.
Well, we'll be ready for the challenge.
So Jason, San-Shou looks like a really practical fighting sport. But what about the average Joe who just wants to get in shape?
Well, anyone can benefit from San-Shou training. There's an old Chinese saying, when the body doesn't move, it rusts. Here you can see some level 2 trainers practicing stretching, limbering up the body to do the various movements, also improving your circulation, recovery from training. And also very preventive stretching in many ailments, lower back pains, things like that. Here you see some of the boxers, some of the level 1 people here. They're doing shadow boxing, learning the fundamental techniques of boxing, how to punch from the legs. Many people, do routines for exercise like aerobics. They just flap their arms meaninglessly. Here, these people are getting the same benefits, same aerobic benefits, but they're also learning a skill. Here you can see them practicing the footwork, learning how to move backwards and punch at the same time. So not only are these people thinking about that they're getting in shape, but they're also thinking that they're learning something that can be very practical. Here they are limbering up the legs, doing the basic kicks, learning how to pick up the leg, getting the coordination. There's a lot of mind-to-body coordination. These are some just intermediate students here practicing the fundamental kicks and the footwork and the lines. And they learn combinations where they combine hand and foot punches and kicks. Like I said, at the same time, they're learning a practical skill, but they're also getting in shape. They're getting excellent aerobic and anaerobic exercise here. Also, San-Shou can be excellent in stress relief, punching and kicking, exertion, hitting bags. You can find yourself really relaxed when you get done with a training routine. Here they go here, learning some fundamental takedowns, little details of the technique. Here we go, some old-fashioned stress-relieving bag work training here. So as you could see, Rob, San-Shou is a stress-relieving total body workout that anyone can benefit from.
Well, that's our program. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. And again, I'm your host, Robert Harrell. We're going to leave you with some San-Shou bouts from international competition. Again, thanks for watching the world of Chinese martial arts.
On your radio station, Ron J with the phone presentation, investigation of my sick manifestation. I got maneuvers to look Medusa in the eyes and sterilize who I was baptized. Oh my, I get deep with oceans when I post it, leaving my trail smoking. Just another locomotion, back behind me is walk that a good combination for my radiation that cause assassinations, and my hood is called initiation. Scrutiny, bloodstained pain and misery. Smokes the region with the LOD, you see. Cause ain't the MCU wilder than 50G. So why would you think that, man? I switch personalities. Release the blue cool over tracks. Hotter than Miami, got more pops than the Grammy. Like Wesley, types of action like Reggie. My vocabulary leave with tracks. Parallel back to back, got the power to snap. Loading my brain with megabytes. When I write twilight pockets of green and then crack that Bismo can't stop. Smashing them like plexiglass. Degrees, LODs, poison spread like disease. People arteries with the bump when I stick them. Catch a victim to the sick curriculum. I black out easily. The way I come from, like y'all that catch G's the handgun.